stopped writing it.
All right. We are on module 43. We're here with Ashley, and Andrew is out of the picture. Ashley and I are in the picture. And so what we're going to do is the buyer presentation. And I told Ashley the goal is to mess up so that we can, use this as a time to have fun and see what it looks like to work through problems. So I may interrupt you.
Okay.
I may not. I may not interrupt you. I'll see. And I'll stop you when we're partway through, and then Andrew's going to switch and go. So I'm here. We sat down. We're at a house. You said, hey, remember, Dave, before we left, we were going to do a let's put it in the picture. We were going to do just a brief sit down and go over just if you do decide to use a realtor, what even my role is. And you mentioned you hadn't bought a house before, so I'll just take 5-10 minutes and just run through this with you. So you said that, and I said, okay, great. What are we looking at here, Ashley? And then you can say.
This is our Premier Home Buyer System packet.
Okay.
There's a few things in here that I'd like to discuss with you that we can go over to give you a better understanding of what the Dave Hooke team does, what I'll be doing for you, and educate you a little bit more about the business.
All right.
This page here explains basically the two primary types of an agent you're entitled to in the state of Pennsylvania, a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. The seller's agent works specifically for the seller. The buyer agent works specifically for the buyer, and that would be me.
Got it.
If you choose me to be your agent, I would work for you in your best interest, so my sole focus would be on you and only you, nobody else. This page here just basically gives a brief summary of the seller and the buyer agent and their obligations, to you in whole. It really doesn't elaborate any further than these 5 things here. It's just some basic duties.
Yep, got it.
Yep, they're both the same. So the next page goes on to tell you about the benefits of having a buyer agent for you. The 2 main things to take away from this page are the fact that we represent, or I would represent, you specifically and only you, and that we have fiduciary responsibilities. So any information that you would share with me would be solely confidential. I don't share that with anybody else.
Okay.
So again.
So these are just things like that you do as a buyer's agent
Correct.
that a seller agent can't do.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an 8-step process that we explain. But the main 2 takeaways here are that any information that you share with me, like I said, would be confidential.
Yeah.
And I'm working exclusively for you in your best interest, and those are my fiduciary responsibilities.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
This next page goes on to tell you just a little bit of an extension to the previous page. As you can see here, we work solely for you, finding you, hopefully a house that meets your or exceeds your expectations, and just getting you through that process.
Sounds good.
Following page is our 5-step home buying system. The first step is a home loan pre-approval. That basically summarizes, we help you get pre-approved with a lender. The home hunter system is our second step. That is our system where we try to send you, on a daily basis, numerous leads or listings for houses that fit your criteria.
Okay, cool.
Specific requirements. Step 3, specialized market knowledge. My boss, who is the lead agent, Dave Hooke, he, has been in this business for 15 years, so he's, well-versed and well-knowledge and experienced within the real estate industry, so you have that.
Good.
Step 4, we have the unique...
He sounds like a really great guy.
He definitely is. Yeah. He's definitely one that we can lean on and ask a lot of questions, and address any concerns that you may have.
Okay.
Step 4, the unique team sales approach. This is one where we're a little bit different than most, firms out there. I actually work on a team where we have many people that do individual or have individual responsibilities, that do the paperwork, do the marketing, do the budgeting, do the listing, where that gives me the benefit and you the benefit, where I can work solely for you and only for you and focus on showing you homes, and I don't have to do or wear 20 different hats.
Yeah.
So that's very beneficial because I focus on working with you, and
Good.
that's it. I don't have to do everything else.
I like that.
Step 5, this is again we'll speak a little bit at the end, but it basically it's just some of the bonuses that we offer, like a satisfaction guarantee or easy exit agreement.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Should I go over this stuff too?
So it's up to you. So I would summarize it as, I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of time.
Right.
So it's more like, so again, step one is just pre-approval. That has to do with financing. And then you can flip and go over to the next one.
Okay. And then this just goes into a little bit more specifics of each of the 5 steps that we previously went over. Again, step 1 is the pre-approval. It's very important.
Yep.
And gives you a peace of mind to have that, at the end of the day. So that way, flip it to the next page, where if you come to a situation where you find a house and, you're not pre-approved and somebody else is, and you submit an offer and another person that's pre-approved submits an offer, the seller isn't going to take you seriously because you're not pre-approved. So even though maybe your offers are the same, you're more than likely not going to be chosen as the best candidate. So it just gives you that peace of mind.
Confidence, yep.
Again, summarizing the Home Hunter system, how we'll send you emails. Anytime that a listing comes on the market that fits your criteria.
Okay, good.
This page is kind of important to emphasize on. This is what we don't do, the broken process. We're not going to pressure you into buying a home or push you to your max budget or, after showing you 5 homes, be frustrated that you haven't found that perfect home for you. Whether it takes, 5 homes or 50 homes until you find that one that meets your needs, there's no pressure. And that helps to give you a peace of mind that, we're not like some other realtors out there that we don't just care about the sale. We care about serving you and meeting your needs and your expectations. It's just making sure the experience is, great for you at the end of the day.
Thank you.
And this page is just basically letting you know that you are in control and that also our job isn't necessarily to find you a home. With all the, internet options out there such as Trulia, Realtor.com, or Zillow, there's many resources where you more than likely are going to find your own home. Okay. So the benefit that we provide is the fact that once you find your home or a home that you're interested in, we act as a consultant and try to guide you through the process and walk you step by step. Okay. So I may not find you that home, but you may find that perfect home yourself. Okay. Step 3, as we touched on before, is the market knowledge. This is where I had said that Dave has 15 years of experience. He's our lead agent. Our company that we work for has been established since 1943, so we have a good knowledge of the market and whatnot. Okay, cool. Here again, specialized knowledge. Both of these things kind of talk about the same thing. Okay. So. All
right, that's good. You're off the hook.
Okay, I'm good?
Yeah. All right, let's switch.
Tag me in.
I was ready to keep going.
Yeah, basically almost done with the
That was really good, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah, super good. Yep,
Okay,
did a great job.
Crushed it.
And you're going to let me know, obviously, what I can approve of,
Yep,
right?
yep.
I can do this.
All right, what do you got?
So here we are with the, picking up where Ashley left off. We're talking a little bit more in depth with kind of the five steps of the home buying process for us. And in terms of the sales approach and the unique team sales approach, what we're kind of talking about is having that ability with our team is really, a nice thing in regards to having the designated kind of spot for us, being a buyer's agent, being a listing agent. We're kind of focused on one particular thing. Okay. So for myself, that's a buyer's agent, so I'm here to represent you. I'm not worried about, the listing side. I'm not worried about the marketing. Right. I'm not worried about, all that type of stuff that might take away time from me representing you and you solely. So that's really what it's talking about. And again, we have a great leader with Dave who we can go, back with any questions that we might miss and definitely help you out in that regards. Okay, sounds good. Step 5, we like to call these the bonuses of our company. These are things that are kind of unique to us. So we have the satisfaction guarantee, which basically talks about, we mentioned that a little bit earlier in the presentation, but we talk about how, if you decide to sign on with us, we go through the process, and you decide to buy a home from us.
Yeah.
In the first year, for whatever reason, you're not happy with your purchase, you're kind of having cold feet, you don't really, you want to basically sell the house.
Yeah.
We would, in that first year, sell it to you or resell it for free.
Okay.
Wow. And what Dave would basically do is he would pay our listing agent out of his pocket.
Yep.
It wouldn't cost you any money, and that's how we would go about it. So
Wow.
a great benefit for you
Okay.
in that regard.
Makes sense.
All right.
Cool.
So the next one is the communication guarantee, which basically states that if you entered into a relationship with me, I'd be in constant communication with you
Okay.
on a weekly to bi-weekly basis, updating you with anything during the process, and even calling you when we don't have anything to update with you with, just to make sure that we're on the same page
Okay.
moving forward.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Yep.
And then the last one, we have the easy exit guarantee, which basically means, if you enter into a contract with you, it's really no pressure, no obligation. At any point, if you feel like I'm not doing my job well, if you feel like you can find somebody else out there that will represent you better than I am,
Okay.
and you have the ability to get out of that relationship, you have the ability to essentially fire me.
Wow.
And I would hope that if you felt that way, that you would fire me, because that means I'm not doing my job well, and
Okay.
definitely have some areas to work on. So does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
Perfect.
Yep.
So jumping on to the next page here, we talk about pretty much, just a summary of the Premier 8 buyer benefits that we have. We talk about getting pre-qualified and what that looks like. Just carrying weight or ammunition kind of into your discussion table.
Yep.
We talk about kind of the technology that we have available to us, state-of-the-art technology, the ability to do kind of a needs analysis for you and plug that into our systems and generate just a ton of properties for you and basically what you're kind of looking for. We go here, we talk about the specialized market knowledge, which is just having the knowledge of our team and the history of the Hooke and Realty Group and just being around since 1943 and just knowing the area that we serve in and being able to help you, find exactly what you're looking for, whether it's a school district, whether it's a certain area in Carlisle,
Okay.
that you are definitely looking for.
Okay.
The benefit 4 just talks about kind of the team approach. Again, just being designated to a certain part of the home buying process, myself as a buyer's agent.
Yep.
Kind of what we talked about before. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
Perfect. So benefit 5, we talk about the home warranty process, which is what we're trying to negotiate with the seller to pay for. That's also one of our bonuses, is that 1-year warranty.
Yeah.
And then we jump in and talk about the easy exit guarantee, the satisfaction guarantee, and the communication guarantee that we just talked about on that previous page right there for you. So does that make sense?
It sure does. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
That's a good
absolutely.
summary. Yeah.
Great. So the last 2 pages here, just to sum everything up, really talks about our loyalty agreement. And as your buyer agent, if you so desire to enter into a relationship with me, what I would do, I'm not going to read through all these, but basically just help you guide you through the process. Walking with you hand in hand through the process and really being available to answer any questions that you might have.
Yeah.
Being there to walk you through and write an offer for you.
Yeah.
All those types of things that you can expect of me.
Yeah.
And then below we talk about the bonuses that we just covered. So it's the home warranty, the communication guarantee, the early exit guarantee, as well as the satisfaction guarantee.
Okay.
And in hopes that we're pouring all this into you and really giving you a great value, if you will, and we hope that in return you're just loyal to us and just loyal to the fact of there are going to be times where, like I said before, our value is in consulting with you, not necessarily finding homes. So there might be times out there where you see a home that is part of a new construction site.
Yeah.
Maybe a for sale by owner where you can kind of engage in talks with them on your own.
Yeah.
But we hope that at that point you would let them know that you're working with an agent, and you would kind of pass that on to us, and we would go to bat for you in that regard. So,
cool.
And then to sum everything up, again, that's just kind of this last page here is just talking about the value of how our value is in consulting with you and not necessarily finding you homes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're going to do that part for you. We're going to generate plenty of homes for you to kind of look over and see if you want to go see them. But again, our value is just in going to bat for you and representing you and your best interests and everything along those lines. So, Any questions for me? That kind of wraps up the.
Makes sense. I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, yeah. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. And,
Yeah.
Definitely look forward to following up and hopefully being able to help you find your next home.
All right.
All right.
Did it.
Perfect.
You guys crushed it.
Yeah. Right on.
You totally did. So good. Let me just see how much time we are on. Okay, 15. So we could just do a couple minutes. Any comments? Any takeaways? Questions? Improvement opportunities? Good things?
I caught myself looking down a little bit more than what he did. You were engaged more like face to face. Like you had just mentioned about like not looking down, look up, and so that was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the beginning, you were a little bit like more looking down, but towards the end, like I think you felt like more confident after the first couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then that's when you were like, it was just kind
engaged.
of flowing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
Anything else?
I think you did a good job of, even though you said you were looking down a lot, I thought you did a good job of kind of just sitting side by side, having the ability to just create a good vibe, I guess, in the room, in that relationship and stuff like that. And I thought you did a good job of kind of knowing the material and engaging him and making sure that kind of connected.
So I think you guys both know the material very well. There's not a whole lot of question in my mind about that. So
what really helped me, not to interrupt you, but like practicing and having like my little side notes and having those side notes there and like practicing. And then when like I come up to it, like I instantly like have it memorized. Like that's the focus and the point of this step to summarize like that.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, and your notes. So your notes are working for you for sure. So I think you guys know the material, and I think your challenge going forward is to go from competence to confidence, and the confidence is going to be really when you can say when you can get to a page and say and either skip it. So now it becomes pruning. The process is pruning this out. The only thing I heard was a little bit of repetition, right? So like maybe going over one concept too many times, right? And that's kind of hard because you did one and he did the other, so you were going over it for yourself. So really, it's just I would say you know the material well. Now it's pruning the material to be even more confident with it and having authority over the material as opposed to it having authority over you. So just keep practicing it.
Okay.
And you guys are doing awesome. I'm confident you could do this with a buyer and you wouldn't look bad. Like you could go over this with a real buyer and they would not sense any concern over your ability with this material. And they would probably be like, have complete confidence in you as an agent. So really good.
That's good.
Yeah.
We were talking about that yesterday, like when we met after our meeting. You had brought it up too, and I'm like, yeah, I agreed. Like, he was like, do you feel like you're repeating yourself sometimes? I'm like, yeah, because we noticed, like, obviously we want to reiterate some of the same information to kind of drill that into, the client's head.
Yeah.
But we don't maybe necessarily need to touch on every single thing or every single page. I think just like doing it out of habit. Because I don't know. Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's good that you take the content. To get to know the content, you got to repeat it a lot. Once you know it, now it's time to bring it back and make it your own.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. All right.